We're going on an adventure today, and we're dressed like Eskimos, because it's cold out here. Don't forget the drone.
You always need to take a fire poker and a drone. Watch out. We got lots of bats. So what are we up to today, Alyssa?
Going to see a tree farm.
Well, that seems pretty not very exciting. What are we gonna learn about today?
How to make your land make you money. How to make money grow on trees.
Wait.
Literally.
Yes, we're going to learn about making your land profitable. Although we don't have a lot of acreage, there's certainly a lot that we can learn from our neighbors who have found a way to make the land profitable. One of the reasons we came on this journey was we wanted to learn to be more self-sufficient. That involves making the land more productive and having it help provide the resources that we need both for our family and for future generations.
So a lot of people in their suburban houses, their land doesn't really work for them, it just costs them money. Everyone has beautiful shrubbery in their front yards, beautiful flowers, green grass, and we like those things too, but the reality is it just costs you money. It isn't something that pays you over your lifetime, and it's not something that's going to give your kids wealth.
A lot of the families in our area, that's actually how they build wealth, is they have figured out and practiced making the land produce for them. So instead of having to get this job and create money to constantly put money into the land in a consumptuous cycle, instead they have made the land pay them. And so one of the things that is really common here is to plant tree farms.
I'd say a lot of people, when they first get their land, it's not top of mind to plant a tree farm, especially if you know nothing about trees or farming large quantities of trees. It's not something that will produce tomorrow. But if you think about it, if trees are ready to harvest in, say, 20 years, your kids that are just born might be then ready to buy their own land, and you can sell the trees and your kids get free land. So we feel that this is something that we could potentially do to give our kids land in the future.
Of course, there are many types of crops that you can plant, and these landowners don't just plant trees. They have many other uses for the land. But Alyssa and I, we want to build our own home, and we're the benefactors of course, nature, but someone else had the forethought to plant certain trees on our property. Some of them occurred naturally, of course, but we hope to harvest some of those trees in preparing to build our home. And so if you think about it this way, instead of having to purchase the building materials for maybe your children's home, if you plant trees now, there's a good chance that the building materials for that home could be harvested from your own land. So really, it's an investment in both your future and your family's future. If a person wanted to sell their harvest, they would need to really think ahead about a couple of things. One is the marketability of the particular species of tree that they're planting. The other problem is mortality. The trees, each one of them has their own threats. So one of the things that our neighbors do is they actually plant a variety of species of trees so that depending on the market and depending on mortality, they've got a really great product to sell. One of the trees is a really unique tree. It's actually the oldest living thing on planet Earth, a bristlecone pine.
Well, this exact tree isn't the most ancient thing on Earth. It's, I think, only around 20 years old, but a lot of these bristlecone pines are what photographers travel from all over the world to, say, the Sierra Nevadas to capture these things. They're just so majestic and huge, and they have so much personality. Here's my bristlecone pine impression. Normal tree, bristlecone pine. Normal tree, bristlecone pine.
Isn't there a yoga pose called a tree?
There is a tree yoga pose. I don't think there's bristlecone pine, probably because you'd look like some crazy contorted pretzel. But one of the uniquities of these trees is that no two trees look the same. we can get this bad boy to fly.
I have a lot of respect for people who can get these things to fly in the cold weather.
Yeah.
Batteries are super sensitive to the cold. Why don't things work in the Arctic temperatures?
We have more technology than ever that allows us to do inhuman things and we still complain.
I know. We are so far from the days of using a stick and friction to light a caveman fire. We are so far from those days. Drone battery pocket.
Toasty.
Is that a secret pocket for drone batteries?
I think it is.
Hey, I'm liking that jacket more and more.
I never thought I'd have surplus warmth.
Are you incubating a battery? Is that possible?
It's a boy.
I
think it's a boy. Expecting, if we're lucky, in maybe 10 minutes.
The oldest bristlecone pine in the world is actually kept a secret because the fear is if the public were to find out about it, they'd probably destroy it.
Carve their names in it.
Yeah, they'd probably write A loves J.
A does love J, but neither J nor A feel the need to write said message in a beautiful tree.
It's not necessary. There's a lot of other ways to show affection. It's actually really cold today, a little warmer than last night, but Alyssa and I have enjoyed just kind of spending time among the trees. It's something very humbling to just kind of walk around. There's actually a kind of a deeper moral lesson that we can learn from the bristlecone pine. The way that it got to be the oldest living creature on the planet was by adapting to environments where other things just don't grow. And I think the moral of that story is that by adapting ourselves and learning to work in environments where a lot of people can't function, we get stronger and ultimately we live a longer and more fulfilling life. There's more to the story. We're not just a tree in the forest. That's not how you get to be the oldest living thing on earth. What's the matter?
You can't see my snotsicles on camera, can you?
You have snotsicles?
I feel like I have snotsicles.
There's a small part of me that wants to zoom in, but I have a hunch that...
Like, I breathe in and my nostrils stick together. Because it's deceiving, because my body is warm, but I can't, like, form my words anymore.
Right? I'm stuttering too.
Yeah. Like, my mouth isn't moving.
So we actually have a neighbor who actually homesteaded in this area and who has built quite a wealth for his family by buying property and harvesting the timber. And so he actually volunteered to come over and walk our trees with us and help us understand how to create a healthy forest, make sure that we have like the right distance between the crowns of the trees, how to properly trim them up from the ground, how to nurture small starts, things like that.
I guess for us, we don't know exactly what we're gonna do yet to make our land work for us, but it's something that we thought about on day one.
So we're more gathering information right now. We know we have a lot to learn, and so kind of looking at how other people are doing it and what's working for them, what's not working for them, kind of just opens our mind. It's not about like taking action today, but researching and starting to kind of pay attention to what other people are doing is helping us a lot. So I think we should go find some deer.
I do too.
To stalk with the camera.
We have a little bit of daylight left. So what do you think? Do you think we'll find any? All right, we're back home. We didn't see any deer. Believe it or not, we usually see like 300. So instead, we'll show you this clip of a turkey that we got a couple days ago. Thanks for driving, Coach.
Uh-huh. Can I have my china?
Yes.
Yummy. Totally forgot we brought these beverages.